The arena is where it is decided who is the best of the best is. And today, the best PlayStation 2 games in the world, according to top 10 lists all over the world, must face each other in the arena to see who the best really is. Today I'm joined by a few friends, Jared Passmore, Danny Campbell, Brianna Bilby, and Eric Winter, and we're going to battle it out to decide which of these games are the greatest the PS2 had to offer. Tonight in the arena, we have two games that prove the PlayStation 2 can do a lot more than cool games. It can do artsy games, games like Shadow of the Colossus and Okami, and they're both in the fucking ring. Let's see who survives!
It's fun. But yes, this is a really cool bracket, I feel like, because like both these games are both
interesting.
Artistic games.
I think they're both beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're both games that are like, let's actually do something different.
Yeah.
For like thing, and that's Shadow of the Colossus and good old Okami over here. So who's got opening points?
Both of them, both games have like PS4 remakes.
No.
Okami didn't have a remake.
It was a remaster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As Shadow got a remake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shadow got two fucking remakes.
Or
Yeah.
a remake. So
A remaster, then a remake of the remaster.
Are we gonna go on
Resi.
original?
Like the first Resi.
yeah.
I would go by original because of PS2.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, true.
even then,
yeah.
the remake for Shadow of the Colossus doesn't really.
It's like the same.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It
It looks a bit better.
Yeah, it's
And I mean, you can't really remake Okami because it just looks.
It's Okami. I think aged fantastically.
It's cartoony, yeah.
I've played it on the PS2 back and forth. I've played it on my PS4. I reckon.
played it on everything.
Yeah, I just think just from even just looking at it, the ink brushes, the way the entire environment is beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the characters is it still has comedic value, but there's actually a lot of feeling in all the characters.
Yeah.
As in Shadow of the Colossus, there's a lot of feeling in that too. Like the ending of Okami got me tearing up,
Yeah.
and then Shadow of the Colossus as well.
Shadow of the Colossus has you in melancholy for the entire game. You're just like.
One big difference is Okami is really bright, and there's a
Shadow
lot
is
of
dull.
It's
Shadow
very,
is
very, very
dark.
dim.
It's
Yeah.
very muted and grey.
Yeah.
Even when it does throw some other colours in there, it's still muted.
It's still whereas Okami for me was just it's like a canvas, and obviously you paint with your little.
That's always been the draw. I've got your copy of Okami. I've been like, I will play it once a game. Once I get time, as in once I.
You finished all the other games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because but that's always been my draw. Just because it's such a unique use of cell shading. Because they use they use the Sumi-e Japanese art style, and
That's
do
what-
some cool shit with that.
I've never played it, but that's what attracts me to it more than.
That's what got me
I
into
love
it,
the design
yeah.
of Matarasu as well.
Yeah.
Matarasu's
Yeah.
design is so perfect.
It's for me even story wise, but the gameplay as well. You can use the brushstrokes, but you've got obviously not hack and slash, but you can still fight as per
usual.
usual.
It's made by Hideki Kamiya. I think he was the director of it. He worked this is the last game that Clover Studios make before they became Platinum.
Clover.
Yeah, so it's made by hack and slash devs who were like,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What games do they make now?
Platinum. So they made Bayonetta and all
damn.
that shit. Because Clover was before they became Platinum.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Because Clover was part of Capcom, and then they sadly their games didn't make that much money. So then they got things, so they just went on and made their own company.
I think Shadow of the Colossus got more of a cult following. Okami was more of a niche game.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because both of these games, I think it was really fun. They were both incredibly ahead of their times.
Yeah.
They were to the point where they weren't successful on release.
Yeah, I remember
because they were too
playing
different.
Okami when I was younger, and no one else had played it.
Yeah.
Nor even now, not many people
I
even
remember,
heard of it.
I remember seeing a case for Shadow of the Colossus at my grandparents and being like, "This looks cool," and playing it as a kid, being like, "What the fuck is this?"
For the the PS2 console, what the argument was before, was meant to be made for families, and then you get Shadow of the Colossus, a kid would play it and be like, "I don't understand any of the stuff this is making me feel."
You mean Climbing Simulator 3?
Yeah.
I love
Climbing
that
and
game.
stabbing simulator.
Yeah.
I said
And
before.
horse ride.
Yeah.
I said before, it's melancholy the
I do
entire
like
game,
that.
but that's not true. It is hype as fuck when it wants to be. When you're actually on the Colossus about to get the weak points, it's when the music is burn, you're like,
Grip.
shut up.
You got the tiniest bit of grip, and you're like, oh my lord.
One last stab to get it through, boys. Yeah. So I love Shadow of the Colossus.
I think Okami's maybe not a bit way too long because I remember playing it for the first time,
I have heard it's pretty long.
getting to
Free.
what is it? Because the whole when you start, it's you have to take down, was it Orochi? The
Yes.
multi-headed dragon?
So you think that it's ended, but it actually.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this
game.
game, okay, this is shorter than I thought, but okay, it's still fun. And then I'm like, we're nowhere near the ending, at all. I'm like, that's crazy.
For me, it doesn't matter. I can play the game for 50 hours. I can finish it within 8 or less, and it's just I go because I've played it so much.
Took about 40 the first time, I think.
Yeah, I think for me it has a lot of replayability. I can go back and do it start to finish with no worries, but it's probably like up there with Spyro the Dragon, one of my favourite games of all time. I just think it's aged well. Even when it was out, it was just not many people played it. It was fantastic.
It's also got a lot of different design things in it where it's like it didn't just go for one gameplay style. It was like we're putting heaps of shit in this game.
There was
and
the interaction. You could interact with the brush. You could use just normal fighting techniques, but
and puzzle solving.
Yes,
It's kind of like a weird version of Zelda in a weird sense.
In saying that, Brutal Legend also did that.
That's true.
Brutal Legend was fucking fantastic.
I love Brutal Legend.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I love Brutal Legend too. I'm just saying it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, Brutal Legend didn't do it very well.
Awful,
The gameplay.
The gameplay is awful. I mean, I love Boy GB.
Everything else is great, but the gameplay.
Playing it is just a bit of a pain.
So like. You know what you're saying makes so I'm back now, so like I'm gonna be opinionated.
I mean, Okami plays better than Brutal Legend, that's for sure.
But yeah, I had the same issue you had.
It just had it is. I will admit it is pretty long, but for me, every new character I met, I was like, "Fuck, I'm in love again."
I do think because they say it's a bit long. Shadow Colossus is perfectly paced. Like there is no what am I doing now? It's like you're always like, all right, next thing to do, and when it ends, you're just like, that was complete. That was done. Like there's nothing I want to go back and do. It's like it is. I'd akin Shadow to a fucking experience. Where it's not really like playing a game, and that's artsy and pretentious. That's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, it's a good artsy film.
Yeah, it's good artsy film.
I mean,
one Sunday's 20 minutes.
I've always likened Okami to Ni no Kuni. I love Ni no Kuni. The second one's infinitely better.
Yeah.
But obviously they're completely different games. But I got through the first section of Ni no Kuni and Okami, loving it all, then seeing the rest, and then no, I don't need that. I've got enough. It's like when you have salty food or sweet food. You just you eat a bit and you're like, you know what, I've had enough. And then there's days where you fucking gorge yourself and you feel like shit afterwards. And that's what I've always pictured the game as.
That's fair. I
A
guess.
bit too much.
Game, as someone who hasn't played either, from what you've seen, you have seen a fair amount of both these
From
games.
my ramblings of Okami.
Okami just.
And you've seen me play Shadow, and you've watched heaps of Let's Plays of Shadow the
Hedgehog.
Where are we
I would
going?
love that.
Where's Shadow the Hedgehog on this list?
Oh yeah. I love when you did the dual Uzis.
I'm just Shadow has a fucking gun. Of Shadow Colossus, different Let's Plays you've watched,
Okami just taps into my love for everything that it says. I go from I love this weird niche game Unfinished Swan, where you paint the world, and then
I'm getting into that more. I just can't quite get there.
It's a good game. It's a weird. Actually, I shouldn't say it's.
I played it. I just can't
experience.
quite get too far in it.
Yeah, and then I see Okami do that as well. I'm like, you play as this brilliant looking dog fox thing. Wolf. Yep, and I'm like, it just looks beautiful. My immediate the stars in my eyes. I'm like, I just want it. Yeah.
I would say these are both really cool because they're both incredibly artistic, but Okami is just color insanity. Yeah. And Shadow is
I'm not disregarding Shadow's.
But no, I like the fact these are both really artistic games. They're the complete opposite spectrum of
Okami actually still had its dark moments in it.
But it's very it pops out.
It's bright and pretty, and you don't look at all the dark, dreary stuff because you're like, ooh, look at this flower.
Yeah.
As a Shadow is kind of it pulls you into it. You just
it's nitty gritty from start to finish.
You're just this is darkness. That's the best way to describe it. But I will say I love because from all I've seen of Okami, it looks fun as shit to play and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even story wise, Okami, you know exactly what you're doing. Whereas Shadow, it's kill big dudes, bring woman back. That's it.
Yeah.
Shadow Colossus though, in terms of impact, has impacted the games industry way more than Okami has. Because whenever you see a big boss fight in a video game, you're like, hey, Shadow Colossus.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, Okami was a niche game. It wasn't a huge following. It didn't define a genre per se. It kind of
just added
did its own thing. Yeah. But bloody brilliant.
As well, Shadow is more its own thing. Shadow's like, we're not even a genre, man. We're just a game.
Yeah.
Play us.
I fucking love that movie. Yeah, guys, it's the best game in the world. Oh my god.
I'm making valid points. It's also the best fucking thing. Sure, play it number 2.
Fight me. We want me a car park now.
I'm you know, we have to be slightly annoyed.
Most of the car park, it's Langford. Like, every 500 square meters, like, gotta put a car park because we don't want people fighting in the streets.
They're just gladiator rings, really.
Hey, the best primary school in the state that is public is in Langford.
Forgot about that. Plus, like,
Should we really be saying where we live?
What sort of suburb?
I mean, I don't live here.
That's true.
I don't live here either.
Actually, you don't live anymore.
Damn, Kai, fuck, I'm fine.
But yeah, another interesting thing about this, what about soundtrack? Because I've listened to both. I spent time listening to the Okami soundtrack. So
I would also go Okami soundtrack.
Over Shadows? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good point. I do like Okami soundtrack.
It's just there are obviously there's a lot of different places in Shadow Colossus, but in Okami it constantly changes depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
I also reckon each, you know, how you get the new boss and then it continues on to another one.
Yeah.
It almost, for me, it's like unlocking a new story, so you actually continue.
Oh, like kind of like the Dark Souls thing where every boss has its own like theme.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, okay, this has its own aura.
And then you end up on a ship of angels and you go back to heaven. So that makes total sense, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't quite know that was the ending of Okami.
Yeah, it was.
You're on like a flying saucer.
You end up being on flying saucer and you go back to heaven.
That's kind of amazing.
Is it because he like creates the earth essentially? He's kind of like
she's the sun goddess.
Yeah, she's the goddess of the sun.
Yeah.
So she is a god. So she goes back to heaven.
Essentially, just like the Rainbow Serpent, kind of doing that thing, and then the Okami.
Because there's 15 gods in Okami, but she seems to be like the most well respected.
Yeah, the goddess of the sun. She is the mother to us all.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that why it's called Amaterasu? So it's mother to us all. Or
Amaterasu is the goddess of the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm team Shadow Colossus. Like, it's just fucking, it's banger. Like, if you swapped Okami's art style with Shadow.
Yeah, an interesting game.
I was like, it would be.
Yeah, if you just if you just took Shadow Colossus, made it like an 8-bit game, like, it would super good. If you took Okami, took all the art away, took all the musical.
Well, that's kind of like how Okami came to be, because when they're developing it, the cell shading and the art style came later, because they were originally going for realistic graphics. They realized it didn't look good, and it looked trash, and they're like, what we do to make it better? And then they created one of the most visually unique games ever fucking made.
Yeah. Once you take that away, though, if you look at just the game, like, it's a good game. I would just say that Shadow Colossus feels there's a little bit more weight to everything. And like,
I think my big argument, I'm with you. Is like, I think Shadow feels more experience. Okami's more of a video game.
Yeah, similar to like.
But at the same time, video games still great though. So.
Yeah. Like,
we're talking about this game as well, so it's hard.
Yeah, I know.
Like, from an art perspective, I would say.
I think I'd go with Shadow as well, but I do a bit like it.
Also, is everyone ready for it, or has anyone got final points?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Well,
Jared, what are you going for?
Well, like.
For me, I would go Okami. I just feel like I played Shadow of the Colossus and I was like, oh, cool. Dig me cool. But with Okami, I felt every single character. The ending, I just actually was more like, yes. And I was like, yep, we could do it. And then with Shadow of the Colossus, I was like, well, fuck, I just hate everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really much was like...
I
was it worth it?
I was driven more with Okami, and that's why I replayed constantly.
The ending of Shadow, though, bloody
it is.
Yeah, it's very well done.
And how you'll like become the big like weird god thing, and you have to like, and then you're getting like pushed back, and you have to fight back. There's no way you can win. You have to like pull against like the void and shit, and you get sucked in, and all the humans fuck you over.
I was the bad guy all along.
Yeah.
Of course, you knew from the beginning you had to kill these innocent things.
That's also the thing. It makes you okay with like not okay because you're just like man, but like you're it's one of those games where, like your task is inherently evil, or not evil, but inherently like you're going against the natural order of things.
Well, you get there eventually because it's like, oh, it's just a big stone, dude. Like, it's not that bad. But then after a while, when some of them just don't defend themselves,
some of them
they're just animals. They don't look like people. It's like animals.
Some of them deserve painful deaths. Looking at the warthoggy one, like
the little dog ones.
Fucking hate it.
I actually had someone, I told him about what we were doing, and he's given me some points if he wants some extra input. Okay. Okami kept the life of what made it original, remained a piece of art, unique in all aspects. Shadow of the Colossus lost some of... he's gone about the remakes. Lost some of its originality. It was not a true... He's talking about remaster. Alright, you waste my time.
He's only talking about the art, though. He's not talking about the game.
Yes.
Like, I love the art. As an art piece, if we're talking about that.
Okami beats the shit out of
the shit out of Shadow of the Colossus, but as
I definitely
game,
think like Shadow of the Colossus was fantastic and well done.
Oh yeah.
For me, Okami
and I'd say like Ico and Last Guardian, because I love Team Ico, but Ico and Last Guardian are not easy to get through. You're just like
I couldn't play Ico at all.
Yeah, as for Shadow, it's like this is clearly their best game. They have not made anything better than this, and like. No, and it's one of the things where like their weird artsy way of making games doesn't get in the way of actually having fun with it. As for Ico and Last Guardian, it's just like, why do you do this? I just want to have fun, yay.
Yeah, like The Last Guardian, it was beautiful, but there are times where you're like, Trico, can you just fucking go there?
Yeah.
Why is triangle jump?
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
Wait, so vote.
I would like, after all the defending of like Shadow of the Colossus, better game, but same thing as Gran Turismo. I would think, like, for example, you're going to get a fucking tattoo of Okami. So clearly, it's for the niche of people that it is like entered their lives. It is a huge part.
Yeah.
Like, massive. Like you, like if you hadn't realized it, you probably wouldn't be the same person. Blah 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 blah. Whereas Shadow of the Colossus is once again great game, amazing game, but it's a game.
Yeah.
And like I played it, it was good. That's the connection for me.
Yeah.
So the one that forms a better connection is the whole point of games. Like,
that's a good point.
And so I will vote for Okami, just because of like what it has done for people, and
it's also really unique.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah. Like it's actually just
and also it's I completely forgot like Shadow influenced like boss design for years, because now whenever like see Okami made cell shading a thing.
Yeah.
Because Slide did it, but Slide was like, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. After that, it was like, wait a second.
Slide didn't do too much with it.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's just cool. After everyone was like, Okami, like, holy, and then how many cell shading games do we get after fucking Okami?
So
millions.
Yeah, so like I would definitely say Okami, but like
Oh, they were the same year as well, weren't they? They were both 06, I think.
Yeah, no, Shadow was 05, Okami was 06.
Okay.
So my personal favorite game is Shadow, but
for this
thing, I would say Okami, just from a culture and from a personal, and or other people's.
It's what do you boy?
I'm gonna vote for Okami.
Okami?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go for Shadow.
Ooh. What did you just say?
Wasn't terrified.
For me, Okami, but definitely the points stand for Shadow of the Colossus. I still think it's fantastic and well done, but Okami for me.
It all doesn't matter if Okami wins this, but it's hard because I'm like, I want to go Shadow because Shadow of the Colossus is my boy, but
interesting round, yeah.
Actually, I'll say Okami as well, even though it wins anyway. Because I was like, it's like they did a lot, but like it's like Okami has done a lot. As it took Shadow a long time to get its like,
to get it.
Well, there you have it. Shadow of the Colossus, while being a great game, was beaten by Okami. And hey, someone gotta win, someone gotta lose, and that loser was Shadow of the Colossus. Tune in next week to see Ico versus God of War 2. That's right, that's a bit of a weird matchup. You got the world's artsiest escort game versus the game you beat the shit out of Greek mythology. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with everyone you know. Just do it. Help everyone out. And that was the arena.